been a while since I made a video. Thought I would take this opportunity if I had a day off to catch up with y'all, give you an update, see what's going on, let y'all see what's going on. House sitting kind of as it is, so I'm out of my van, so that's a kind of a nice break for that. So yeah, that's enjoying that this weekend. What's been going on since my last post? It's been quite a long time, a good 2 weeks almost. I got a second job. It's at a pizza making place here in town. Typical restaurant, $11 an hour, crappy, your classic crappy fast food restaurant job. It is what it is. It's almost the point, part of the point of the whole channel though, is that you can do these terrible jobs, and if I'm successful, then it will show that you can still do this. It still can be done, even today, in today's terrible economic climate with housing market and etc. So I'm doing that. I've worked 3 days, spent between shoes and pants for the job, spent $100 and just barely made that back. But I've at least made maybe 160, 150 bucks, I think, for that job, which I haven't got paid yet. But anyway, that'll be coming eventually, so that's at least a positive thing. My expenses here, you can see, since I got paid, listing them all out, all the stuff, including the stupid crap that I've spent money on, just for documentation, so that later on somebody, well, you got a bunch of extra money from somewhere. No, you can see that the numbers pretty much work out. But I should have, after all that, started with like 2 weeks ago, that pay. With that pay, I was like $1,500, and then I had 10 days worth of expenses here with child support, card payment, gym membership, and even after all that, I should have like about $1,289 is what I figured out. But no, I had spent $944 on my son's car with towing and repairs, another $80 for tires for my daughter, so like $1,020 out helping my children, which is what we do as parents. So for all those that you just say, oh yeah, but you don't have any other expenses, it's just you. No, I'm still paying for helping my kids because that's what we do. Plus there was almost $200 in child support payment in there, there might be one more of that, so I'm almost there. But regardless, you're gonna help your kids. As parents, that's what we do, or at least I hope that's what you do if you're a parent. So that leaves me, after all their car repairs, like $268. I feel like I'm just running on a treadmill in a way. But I do have $100 left from donating plasma, selling plasma, which that has almost like been the difference of making it or not. So just a tip out there for anybody that, I don't know if I'd call it a side hustle, but just some little extra amount of money. I know everybody can't do that. Some people have health issues, they have different things going on, some people can't. But it's an idea. It's something that's helped me a lot, donating plasma. We'll see, it's helped. So that would put my balance somewhere around 360. And then I have just nothing else to spend on the next 4 days but food, which I've bought groceries already, and so I shouldn't really have to just almost not really spend nothing. My gas tank is full. So with any luck, I'll make it to payday with $300 at least, and not much else really to spend on after that. Crossing my fingers, maybe, just maybe, I'll get somewhere after that. This whole time has been fighting car repairs, and that's what I had a discussion with my children about that. And this, what I tried to get through to them is that our whole culture and economy is just about it's based on petroleum, oil, but that's the energy that goes into our cars, because we are a culture and society and economy based on individual transportation. And that individual transportation, our cars, are our way to get to work, to make a living, to eat and survive. Everything literally rides on our cars. So that's why it's so important that your vehicle comes first, because that's your ability to go make money to survive. So that's why I wound up sleeping in my car, because you can't drive an apartment to work. So again, kind of back to just almost square one, trying to save up for that $2,000, that magical $2,000 in case something breaks. That's the goal. Been chasing for months. If I can get enough stuff fixed, maybe I can get there. Then after that, then I'm fixing stuff on the van that I know is going, because it hit a bump. It sounds like a front end's gonna come apart. I know it's going, but I'm wanting to get the $2,000 in the bank first, because what if I fix what I think is wrong with it, and I spend that kind of money and I have almost nothing, and then what I didn't know was about to break finally breaks. I always want to the goal is to have that $2,000. Dave Ramsey used to say to have $1,000 in the bank. Times have changed. I'm going to try to put $2,000 in a savings somewhere where it at least earns a little bit of interest, and then start fixing stuff in case I fix the wrong thing, something still breaks. Anyway, then after that, the goal is to start paying on debt, pay down the debt, working my both jobs, hopefully start getting somewhere. But that is where I'm at, and that's kind of my rant for this, I guess, for this video is to harp on, number one, the car. Your vehicle is everything in our society, in our economy. Gets you to work, it's everything. You got to maintain it. Very rare, probably 10% of people just wild gas, because I know just from people growing up, and how many people change their oil regularly, do the maintenance. If you do the maintenance on the car, it will last a lot longer. Lasting a lot longer doing the maintenance is much cheaper than a new car. The trick to an old beater, piece of junk car, is to get you through to a much better, to allow you to save up for a much better used, yet still paid for vehicle. Maybe in $5,000 to $6,000, $7,000 range, something really, really good and reliable. That's the only purpose of that total piece of junk beater crap that you first get and you pay $2,500, $3,000 for. Now, it used to be a $1,500 beater back in my day. That's why you get that, and then you get out of that as soon as possible, because you gotta have reliable, dependable transportation, get to work. And then you can start moving on to other things, paying off debt and investments and your education, everything else. Everything rides on your vehicle. That's got to be priority in this culture, in this economy. So that's what I'm doing. That's the plan. And that's where I'm at. Vehicle repairs killed me again. But with the second job, and then still being able to donate plasma at least a little bit when I'm not at the second job, or if I have time, I have more hope now than probably in the last 4 months that I'll do it. I'll make it. I'll either make it or I'll die trying, because life living any other way is just not life for me. And reaching that goal of actual property, actual land, free and clear, that's it. I won't be living my life, my terms, and if I'm not chasing that goal with real, honest expectations of getting it. So that's my outlook. For you, for other people, it might be having all their debts paid off and having a big down payment on a regular house. And there's nothing wrong with that. Everybody's got to have their goal of what they're after to be for their life, and to fit in and also be financially independent. Everybody's idea of what that looks like, of their life, their ideal life, and still being financially independent, that's going to look different for everyone. So I'm just giving you my story, my journey of chasing that goal of property eventually. Property, land, I don't care if it's a half acre with a lean-to on it. My little piece of property that I can do anything with, and then I'll go from there. Because once you get that, once you have a home free and clear, and all you have is, say, electric, and of course you're gonna have property taxes and, you know, basic utilities, then you can get somewhere. Then you're kind of off and running. So that's where I'm at. The last thing I'll leave you with is that they're doing the second job, and it sucks. And especially at my age, I'm in my 50s. Anybody that's over 45 knows it's not even about being tired, and that's what they don't tell you whenever, you know, we were younger, and when you get tired, when you get older, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna be worn out or whatever. They didn't tell us about the pain. Like, just everything hurts. I went to the ER this past week. I lost 4 hours worth of work because my chest hurt so bad, and then come to find out, it's just I pulled some sort of muscle in here or strained a muscle, but I didn't know, and so it hurts to bend over and pick things up. And as we don't tell you, and this goes out for you, anybody that's younger that might see this eventually, is that do the hustle, the second jobs, the side gigs. Don't do it whenever you're later in life, when you're hurting. It hurts. I'm telling you, my knees are killing me, my feet. I think I have that plantar fasciitis crap, whatever. It's in my right foot. Do the stuff before you get older, and because you don't want to do it at my age. So I did not want to. It took every bit of discipline that I had to go and do the job. It's hot in there. It's you're greasy. The floors are slick. It's all those things. You know, it is what it is. It's a typical fast food type environment. It's crappy. Those crappy jobs. You do that, and that's the key. The suffering, the hard times, the discipline where you say, I really don't want to do that, but you get up and go do it anyway. The pain, because that's the key. If you look at every story of anybody who's ever really, really made it in life, they all have those background stories that they went through this really hard time in their life to make it, to get through whatever that initial hump was, to actually be on the road, to save up, to accomplish whatever it was. The hardship, it's going to be so hard, and there's no way around it. But if you do it, number one, you'll live. In the words of my father, when I was a kid, when it was hot outside, we were in a junkyard, I was miserable. He said, you'll live, come on. And so I hear that to this day. It's that, yeah, it sucks, it's miserable, it's hot, and all those things. But that's the difference. That is the key. That's the tunnel you go through to get to the other side. And that this week, whenever it was just so did not want to go do that, the things that kept popping up on, say, like social media or whatever, were all of those things about it takes discipline. It's, you know, whether it's cold or you're tired or you're in pain or none of that matters, because those times are the times you've got to fight through that. You still just got to go, and you make it. That you just do it, because that's what matters, and that's where the success comes from. So I just got to keep doing that for a while longer. I'm totally convinced that's the key. As crappy as it is, and even though it's $11 an hour, if I can do that, if I can make $400 or $500 a month extra at minimum, I should be able to make maybe $6. That's the difference. That's everything. That will get me there. And that, I know I'm on the right path. As much as it really disheartens me to see that number in my bank account, again, I know that if I found the struggle, if I just keep it up, if I have the discipline, I'll make it. I'll be all right. And at least it's comforting to know that even though the trail I'm looking down looks rough as absolutely could be, it's comforting to know that, hey, at least I found my trail and I'm going down. So that's my thing. It's kind of my rant for the week, where I'm at, what's been going on with me. I hope everybody out there is doing good, and someday I hope we can all look back and learn something from all this, and I hope my struggles help you guys. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one.